Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're meeting me for the first time, hi, you're welcome to my space. My name is Bridget Adazie, and on this channel I discuss basic life principles, life hacks that helps us to navigate through life and be the best version of ourselves. I trust this is the kind of content you like to see, because on this channel I not only entertain you, I help you become better. So you get to learn one or few things from my videos. Okay, so sit back, grab your popcorn and drink as I take you on this exciting topic and this journey. Okay, so today's topic is quite interesting. I'll be discussing how we could become better by setting boundaries. You will agree with me on this. Not everybody knows how to set boundaries, and at some point in time in our lives, especially for teenagers, we fell into that disease of wanting to please people and forgetting ourselves. Okay, so on this video I want to help us set that boundaries, because not every boundary mean you are hating on someone, or you're being bitchy, or you're not being nice or friendly. No, sometimes those boundaries are very important so that you could maintain your sanity and get a hold of yourself, so that you don't lose yourself while trying to please other people. So without further ado, I'll be listing some points that could help us set those healthy boundaries. Okay, now the first point I would like to make is that when setting boundaries, you have to be crystal clear on your points and priorities. You don't want to be beating around the bush. You don't want to be as much as possible, you don't want to be shady. You don't want to be seen as shady. You have to be crystal clear on your point, because if your point is not clear, or if you are not coming forth as, okay, this is my take on this issue, they are certainly, or the person that you're trying to build that boundaries with will not take you seriously, and the person will find it very difficult taking you seriously, because you are not being clear on your point. Once your point is not known, it means you are agreeing to what that other person is trying to say, and that is not the image you want to portray. You have a say on it, you have an opinion about things, and if you are not okay with what's going on around you, be crystal clear on your point. Like, let them know, let people know. When people know that, okay, this is your take on issues, they're going to respect your opinion, and they're going to respect your stance. So be crystal clear on your point. It's as simple as that. Don't try to hide under somebody else's opinion, or don't try to hide under things or whatnot. Just say it as it is. Say it as you feel it. Your point, your opinions are valid, and people will learn to adjust over time. Okay, another thing you should learn to do is to communicate in clear terms what you're not willing to tolerate. I see a lot of teenagers, a lot of people tend to they know they are not buying this, but they don't know how to say it without being perceived as being rude. When it comes to your mental health, when it comes to your sanity, in clear terms, you don't have to be rude. Actually, in clear terms, communicate how you feel about situations. Just tell this person, okay, this is how this situation is making me feel. This is what you are doing that I don't like. So that the person gets to know that, okay, this is the deal breaker for this person. So next time, I'm not going to go there. That's if they value your friendship. Okay? If the person is responsible, they're going to respect what you said about that situation, and they're not going to cross that boundary again. Listen to your gut feeling. I feel this point is quite underrated, because a lot of people, until it happens. That's when they will now say, oh, and I feel, my mind was telling me, oh, my mind was telling me not to do this, oh, my mind was telling me about this person, oh. Until it happens, until it eventually happens, that's when you get to hear stuff like this. You don't have to wait until shit happens. Okay, you have to learn. It's a skill that you learn over time. Learn to listen to your gut feeling. You're trying to make a decision, when you're trying to do something, and when you're trying to, even as much as relationship, when you're trying to, when you're meeting people for the first time and your mind is telling you nothing good is going to come out of this, and you're just sweeping it under the carpet, maybe because of how you're feeling at the moment, or what the person is presenting to you, or all the flashy things the person is trying to sell to your emotions at that point. Okay, then you downplay your gut feeling. It's most times don't always turn out good. Okay, so as much as possible, setting boundaries also involves you listening to yourself. The next point I would like to make, which is also very important, is you have to think about the impact of your actions. It's not enough to cut ties, it's not enough to build bridges, it's not enough to say, oh, this I'm not going to take, this I'm going to take, or just set rules. It's not enough to set rules that governs your life and the people that are close to you. You have to think about your actions. You have to be responsible enough to know that, okay, these decisions affect the people around me. So what that will do to you is to help you come to a leveling ground. It will help you come to a leveling playing ground. It will help you to, build, come to a compromise in such a way that you don't build bridges, and at the same time you don't hurt yourself either. You get my point now? So think about your actions. If I make this decision, or if I say no to this decision, how is it going to impact me? How is it going to impact the next person? How is it going to affect the people around me, basically? So knowing this keeps you in check, so you don't build bridges when you're trying to set boundaries. Okay, my next point is learning to say no. Not everybody has that skill. Saying no to certain things is a good skill, and there is no building boundary that does not involve saying no. When you want to build boundary, you're simply saying no to certain things that are not good for you, that you feel is not helpful to you. Okay, so you have to learn to say no. You cannot please everybody. You can know this and know peace. You cannot please everybody. Okay, even when you die for somebody, even when you die for people, some people are going to say you didn't die very well. You didn't die by hanging, or you didn't die by crucifixion. Some people are going to say they are going to come up with things like, why did you die this way? You should have died the other way. Okay. Anyways, learn to say no, and learn to mean no. Not saying no when you actually mean yes, or saying yes when you actually mean no. Learn to say no, and let your no be your no. Now, the next point is do things because they make you feel good. Not because this point, you might be tempted to take it in another light, and if you're not careful, you might take it to being selfish. But that's not the point I'm trying to say. When you do things that make you feel good, yes, you're a little bit selfish, but at the same time, you're teaching the next person, you're teaching the people around you how you want to be treated. You're teaching the people around you how you want to be loved. And it's as simple as that. So when you do things that makes you feel good, when you do things for yourself, When people see how much you love and appreciate yourself, it becomes easier for them to show you that same energy or show you love just the way you love it. But if you don't love yourself, if you treat yourself like trash, if you just if you are a follower in the crowd, anything they say goes, people won't value your opinion. They will say, okay, she does not really have one, let's just do what we do, and she will follow suit. That's it. And you don't want to be seen as that kind of person. If you want to be a high valued human being, you have to, you have to be someone that when you speak, people respect your opinion. Another very important point I would like to make is offer an alternative. If you are saying no to someone that, okay, you're saying, no, I don't want this, I can't take this, as much as possible, be considerate and offer an alternative so that it doesn't seem like you're shunning that person or you're just cutting that person away from your life. As much as I want us to learn how to build healthy boundaries, I also want us to build healthy relationship, because there's a thin line between setting those boundaries and being selfish. If one is not careful, you might end up, crossing that line, and you might end up being a selfish person. So that's not what I want for all of us. We all need individuals. We all need people to thrive, to become better. We all need those relationships to become better, even though some may be toxic. So for those toxic relationships, you need to set boundaries. And in setting those boundaries, don't just, throw them away because you feel they are not important or anything, because they are not important or anything. So in as much as you are setting those boundaries, learn to give alternative, give people benefit of doubt, those alternative. So give people alternative basically. So if you are saying no to this, give people alternative. Okay, is this fine by you, so that we could work well? If it is not working, then it's not working, then we all go our separate ways. So at the end of the day, when you've communicated well, when you've made your point crystal clear, when you've listened to your gut feeling, when you've thought about the impact your actions could be on other people, then when you've done things because they make you feel good, and when you've offered alternatives, be direct and firm in your resolve. So that's the last point I'm going to be making. You have to be direct and firm in your resolve. When you've done all of this and you are certain that, okay, this is what I want, this is what is best for me and for the relationship I have with you, so that we don't build enmities. This is my decision, this is my take on it. Just be direct, be firm with it, and everybody will be fine. Okay, so guys, if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, like, share, subscribe, share this video to everybody that you feel needs to listen to it. Sharing my videos would encourage me to push in this kind of content. Okay, I'll see you guys in my next one. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.